Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, postnasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a grown man record night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Men Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, void where prohibited by law. See Twitch Broadcaster for complete details.
So,
Who was on a?
Yeah, whenever I meet a serviceman or somebody, a former serviceman, the first thing I always
you tell them you appreciate their service.
well, no, the first thing I always ask them is if they ever killed anybody.
Jesus, that's aggressive as
What
fuck.
it feels like,
That's
you know,
that's beyond aggressive.
like what does it feel like to actually do it? You know, like do you feel like does it relieve a lot of stress, like pent up anger?
I wasn't in the service. I served my country in various other ways, like writing premium rock and roll music.
Thumpfinger, not Thumpfinger.
Thumpfinger?
I'm sitting here looking at the screen. And,
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's a new low. I mean, we love Thumpfinger. What's up,
I am
Thumpfinger?
so like I'm
Padge
so,
Voop. I wonder who that is.
Out of it.
We always
for
kid Jay
many
for thinking,
reasons.
is that real washy? Is that washy?
It looks like it.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's real white looking. Like
Oh, whoa, come on, dude. You're better than that. Trying to match the,
I look like a robot.
check the, yeah, I wonder why.
It's AIJ.
It does look like an AI me.
Yeah,
That's really scary.
don't be so robotic.
AI would not be.
How's that? Is that
AI
better?
can't do me. AI can't do me justice.
Watch it change. You tell me what you say. But
Yes. Hey, we
That's
brought
definitely better. It gave me some color in my face.
okay, sure. I'm a veteran and I've killed only computers. Surely. What's
You're
up, everybody?
former serviceman.
Little Friday night. Friday night
That
action.
had to be a really wide tag he had to wear that said Wizard Video Games.
That's a big nameplate. I bet he's got a big fruit salad. Oh, my fellow serviceman. Not if I said fellow. That's stolen valor. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I'm not a
My
serviceman.
brother was a retired. My brother's a retired serviceman.
I used to play metal music for Marines
He
down
did,
at Camp Lejeune.
My brother did a
That's
lot.
true story.
My brother did a lot better than me in life.
Well,
And my sister and my other sister. I finished fourth in my
Well-
family
Well, what about the
One of them's divorced, isn't she?
3 times, and I
mean-
still finished fourth.
Oh Jesus, dude. That's aggressive. Yeah, we got some big time business coming your way tonight on Grown Man Record Night. We got the Zonk Man in the house. We got Jay in the house. I ain't got shit for Dig It a Week. We got some stuff in the news though, some fucking tragic shit.
Really?
Not a death. There is a death. We do have a death. We got
Somebody
a death.
dies every
Sure,
week.
we got a death. But it's not just that. We got some other stuff to talk about. So to speak, Chip Chat. I pulled another trying to redeem the So to Speak from last week's absolute fucking debacle.
What was last week?
Christ, I don't know. What was it called?
Olipop.
It was an Olipop
Okay.
that tasted like the Olipop of my ass. It tasted
What
like
flavor was it?
scab.
What flavor was it?
Scab. It tastes like scabs, Jay. If I don't
Cherry.
look, I'm a cherry guy. I've got a jar of maraschino cherries in there right now.
Oh.
This wasn't no fucking cherry.
Maraschino
That's all I'm telling
cherries. Maraschino cherries are the B. Arthur of cherries.
I'm not sure where we go after that.
I
honestly.
watched 2 hours of Golden Girls last night
Sure. I made a commercial for Golden Girls today.
after I went home, and
It's a never. I'm not gonna get
We
into
don't
that.
want to know what you do after you went home.
you made a commercial of the Golden Girls.
Yeah,
For what?
it's a show that comes around. It's a stage show. But I'm not gonna get into
Thank
it.
you for being.
It's-
Who wrote that song? Carly Simon.
It's fairly controversial. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Hankers for a hunk of cheese.
Yeah, who did I not see in here earlier? I know I saw Thumpfinger, Metal Theologian. What's up, Buddy Rowe?
Metal Theologian.
I put my wiener in that jar of maraschino cherries. Fuck. Yeah, I started putting them in my. I was making like vodka drinks, like
That's where all the cotton came from.
what? Cotton.
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 Yeah, cotton.
Sure.
Costs like from your underwear.
Got it.
It
That,
sticks to
that
you.
a boy. That a boy.
Sticks to you.
That a boy. We'll get it out of you sooner
Welcome
or
to
later.
Who Died This Week.
Yeah, I mean we don't like to do that as much. We don't do it as much as we used to.
Is that really how you spell maraschino? Marasca. I like this. I can see the chat now. Finally.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you'd be able to derail.
I can
either.
comment the whole. I can comment the whole
Yeah.
time.
Now this is on a little bit. We do have an off-air monitor now here in the studio.
Yeah.
Since I've gotten my new television in the living room. Are you happy I said television and not TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very distinguished. To you.
It is. It is. It's we're able to bring the previous living room television into the Record Night studio. So now we just got monitors galore in here.
Yeah,
It's like stepping on lizards. There's so many monitors in here. These reptile jokes doing anything for anybody? I know we had a spider discussion at one point, or I figured like this was right up somebody's alley.
Yeah.
spider discussion.
Yeah, we had a spider discussion.
When
You a
was
spider guy?
What, as far as what?
Cuisine? No, I don't know.
For pets, man.
Like,
pet-
Songman.
Songman's a spider guy. Who
They
else was? Miss You was a spider guy.
They
Somebody
don't
else was a
scare me.
spider
They don't
guy.
scare me like snakes scare me.
Y'all knew
Spiders
like
don't.
names and shit.
Don't spiders freak you out, right?
I don't like spiders.
Yeah, snakes are my big one. You know, but spiders are fine. Even tarantulas don't bother me. I saw a tarantula one time in my backyard, and it didn't even bother me.
There
A
are
taran-
no
no, you didn't.
tarantulas
No, you didn't.
terrestrial to
No,
North
you
Carolina.
didn't. You liar.
I'm
No,
pretty
you
sure I
didn't.
did. Pretty sure I did.
That's a wolf spider.
I'm pretty sure
It's probably a
you're.
wolf spider. Then,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you're a goddamn liar.
What's the
Jay.
closest thing to a tarantula that we have, though? Here.
Wolf spider.
A liar on a record show? That's the closest thing.
And they'll be about 3-inch legs, man. They'll be
3-inch legs? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
huge and hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like my uncle.
Is he the one that taught you how to taught you about?
He taught me how to gaff a fish. Sometimes he would do it unnecessarily.
For no reason.
That's what unnecessarily means, motherfucker. Jesus.
I'm a thesaurus. Oh, thesaurus Bertram over here.
That's my favorite dinosaur.
A thesaurus.
Yeah.
Thesaurus is not the meaning. A thesaurus is another word with the exact same meaning.
Was your uncle a confirmed bachelor?
Hey, you don't hear that term thrown around much anymore. I like that. I'm gonna bring that back. I'm a confirmed bachelor nowadays. No, I'm a widower, not technically.
Widower. You don't hear that much.
I'm a
either.
widower.
It's a spider.
I'll throw it out there. I'm a black widower. I'm a black widower.
Yeah. Who was a widow? Andy Griffith was a widower, right?
No, Andy Taylor, the character was.
But it was the Andy Griffith. They didn't call the Andy Taylor show, that's for sure.
That's funny. Program recognized. Program for people who went to college.
That's
a
right.
program for people that went to college, drank too much, and had to transfer back home.
Yeah.
And watch their family do better than they did.
And somehow managed to figure it out. So we have to crack the egg in the room. Is that a term? I think I just invented that. This is not a bit. Jay, you started umpiring this past week. Mm-hmm. You umpired your first baseball game.
High school baseball game on Tuesday night. Yep. I didn't get booed. Too bad.
No.
Made a couple little mistakes, but nothing major.
That's insane. So tell everybody, why did you decide to start doing umpiring?
For the money.
Just for the money?
No. They need people badly. It's always been a dream of mine to like.
You've mentioned this, no bullshit, like several years ago. You've mentioned like going to umpire school.
For 30 years, I've wanted to like secretly go to the. Now they're all being replaced by. If you watch the sports news this week, they're all going to be replaced by robots the next few years. So
sure,
kind of bad timing on my part, which is about.
It's all right.
That
won't trickle its way down to high school for a very long time.
It won't ever probably get down there, but
no.
But yeah,
cold hard cash, $13.75 a game.
Yeah. I always wanted to go to Florida. To
Thank you for your service, Jay.
Come on, don't use that in a disparaging way. All right, save that for the servicemen,
and patrolmen,
and
patrolmen.
No, it's just something I always wanted to do, and
because you're a big baseball guy.
Yeah, and it pays pretty good. I mean, it's not physically taxing, and it pays okay, and they're hurting for people too. That's the other thing. It's like it's kind of a dying job, I guess you could say. Like,
did you play baseball like your whole time, like growing up, like t-ball all the way,
I played
all the way through
school.
when we played in high school?
Yeah.
Same here. I started in t-ball and I played all the way up.
That's a true statement, wasn't it?
What'd he say?
OJ was a widower.
Oh yeah. I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
I think he did it.
It doesn't matter now. It's irrelevant.
They're both dead.
Sure.
Anyway, go ahead with your story.
Where is his strike zone?
I haven't called behind so I probably won't call behind the plate. Like I'm gonna be doing mostly like junior varsity and middle school games this season. They said I had a guy that was kind of teaching me the other night. It's been around like 25 years, and he was saying I might could do some varsity games on the bases. He thought I was pretty good on the bases, like quickly. I picked it up pretty quick. So, if I hadn't gotten behind the plate yet, I'll do that probably next week. I imagine because the season actually starts next week. Like,
hey, when you were a kid, like playing little league and shit, did you guys ever have these like really shitty teams that you beat up on?
Yeah, they're always.
We had some what they
teams.
called my best game as a pitcher. My best games. We played these housing authority teams. Mm-hmm. God bless them. But man, I put on a fucking exhibition out there. Mm-hmm. But even better than the housing authority teams, I had my best game against this team of orphans.
Yeah.
They could never find home. But wait, there's more. Yeah. Recently, this week, changed my diet a little bit. Well, I changed my underwear too.
Yeah.
After the snow days, I was out. I had 2 days at work from home.
Man, I smelled
because of the
so
snow.
bad today because I hadn't showered in. I'm getting to where if I don't shower every day, I smell really bad.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna start bottling it and sending it to people.
Please don't.
my odor, I will put it in. I've got a bunch of like film containers.
Just label it odor.
Yeah. Start selling it.
So I started like introducing. You know, I've been a low carb guy for a long time. Trying to do my best. Try to be 500 pounds. But this way, I started doing some more of the Mediterranean stuff. So I'm introducing a lot more fruits and vegetables and shit.
You're doing the Mediterranean.
No, don't do accents. Don't do accents.
You're doing Mediterranean.
Yeah, don't do accents. And then we're doing.
What's a Mediterranean accent? I don't know.
So yeah, I'm for the first time in a long time, I'm eating a bunch of like fruits and vegetables. Which, you know, when you're doing like back when I did keto and stuff like that, you can't have any of that shit or whatever. But you know what I found? You know what's the hardest part about eating vegetables?
What's that?
The wheelchair. All right, we're back, folks.
What do you know about beef burger?
Oh, we tried.
Metal theologian.
We ate at Beef Burger
Did
when he
y'all
was
go?
up here.
Oh,
Fuck
did
yeah,
they?
we ate there. That shit fucking
I
closed.
didn't know that. Yeah, they've been closed about a year or so now.
It's a
Guy died. They owned it.
It's a Nashville like hot chicken place that I've heard's pretty good. I've heard mixed reviews.
Where?
Beef Burger.
Oh, in Greensboro,
Correct.
Lee Street.
Correct.
What are you talking about? Wings? Would you say chicken wings?
Nashville hot chicken.
Where? At Beef Burger?
Yeah. Not at Beef Burger. It closed down. That's a new restaurant.
Oh, that's the name of the new place. I'd never go over there.
Apparently, I'm doing the vocal version of a Rubik's Cube. I didn't realize we were working in puzzles over here.
A little tidbit for you. Who was that? Metal theologian that talked
yeah,
about it?
he's out in Arkansas. So.
A little tidbit that you can go tell your friends, or call up Spencer and tell him this weekend. He won the lottery twice. He won over $10,000 in the lottery twice.
Who did?
The owner, former, he died.
Why would he tell him that?
I don't know. It's just a fun factoid about that place.
Okay.
You know, my parents met at Biff Burger.
Did they really?
No,
God damn it.
they used to eat there a lot though when we were younger. My
Yeah.
dad always liked their burgers. Their sauce is something pretty simple. It wasn't a big secret, I don't think.
I think it was Bourne Castle.
Lord Castle, yeah.
Bourne, which is also a Greensboro sauce. Which I believe when Metal Theologian came up, I gave him a bottle of Bourne Castle.
The building's still over there, but right next to what's that? Habitat for Humanity store on High Point Road.
Yeah.
Does Greensboro geography do anything for anybody out there?
No. Literally no. Literally no. We're losing viewers talking this fucking nonsense. Yeah, this sauce is it's a bougie sauce now. They do like limited runs and it's expensive. Back in the day, that was like, $1 all day long kind of
They brought
sauce.
it back at one point, yeah.
That's what I mean. They brought it back and it was bougie. You can still buy it now.
Sure.
Yeah. But you'll pay for it. It's spendy, but it's worth it.
You like Thomas's sauce?
You'll Thomas Hawks. I already got a piss again. God damn it. Yeah, we do have. Now get serious here for a second. Do I need to put that graphic up? That serious graphic? I don't have it anymore.
If you want to? I mean,
No, we had a little piece of sad news, and no, this is not a death, but a death in a lot of ways. One of our favorite record stores here in town. You guys have heard us talk about it since this show started. Underdog Records in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Our pal Jonathan, going to be closing their doors as of March 1st.
for good.
For good. He's actually moving out of the area. He's going to continue to sell records online and shit. But man, what a fucking... and I feel kind of bad because I've not been in there a bunch in the last couple of years. Not like I used to, but Steve actually made the point. He's like, no, you can't be like that because it's. I'm not buying gone are the days, for the most part, of like, let me just walk into a record store and see what they got, and then you drop like $70-$80 on stuff that you didn't even have on your fucking radar.
Yeah.
I don't do that a whole lot anymore. Generally now when I'm buying, number one, I don't buy as much stuff in general, but when I do, I kind of have things in mind that I want to check off the list, which makes it a little different to just walk into a store. And I still like doing that, but I don't do it near as much. I mean, I used to do that every fucking week and come out with a stack like this and some dollar records and some pricey records and like just have a whole bunch of records. But it's, man, it's crazy to think like when I first started like really collecting records tough. Jonathan was at another local store here, Record Exchange, which became Earshot Records. Then he moved out and started his own place. I started going there, and I mean, the ability to walk into a store and buy records and shit, that's one thing, but like the conversations and shit we had, the recommendations of all the years. I mean, Jonathan's become an actual pal of mine and a lot of ours. And
he came to Steve's birthday party.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. I know he's going to be doing well and living the fucking life moving forward, but it's sad. And I know a lot of people used to goof on me about leaving price tags on records and shit. But this is a prime example. He always said that they're cards about this big, a little smaller than a note card, that he would slip down into a record. I meant to play one tonight just to be able to show it off. I could probably do like this and find one. But it not only had the price on it, it had like a grading on it, and he would say like, this is it's Fiji minus. It's got a couple of light playthrough surface noise areas, and he may even say something like, it's a second press, whatever. And he would even say like, for fans of like this band or that band or whatever. And so now, more than ever, I'm super, super happy that I've left those cards and those little price tags and whatever in my records, because I'll forever remember not just the records I picked up, but the conversations I had, the recommendations, just the absolute fucking fellowship of hanging out at Underdog Records for, over a decade, for sure. So, sad he's going to be going away, man, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But, yeah, we wish him the best, and,
You can say about a lot of things. It is what it is, right?
Is he having a 75% going out of business? Oh, he's having a big sale. Zonkman's got a stack of 45s. They were goddamn 10 cents a piece. And we're not talking just absolute horse. We're talking like some decent shit. That'll be coming up in Dig It a Week. Yeah. And a lot of the inventory is pretty reduced. New and used records are all marked down. And I mean, not a whole lot to choose from at this point, probably. But yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going rock, I get choosy. It's I've kind of taken, I've seen how my friends like Metal Theologian, like he's after certain records or like into stuff. Also enjoys going in and checking out stuff, but I kind of took a page from some of my friends like that. I was just so amped about buying records when I first started that if I didn't come home with a stack like this,
money is burning a hole in your pocket.
No, it wasn't even money. I wasn't spending much money on it. I was just, or sometimes I was, but like I was just coming home with like 30 fucking records. Mm-hmm. Half of them dollar records and shit. I don't have the space for that, and like, I just really don't need all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You don't have the gumption like you used to have.
That's where you got your Saxon 45s when Earshot was closing in Charleston. Oh shit, yeah, that was the other location. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, it's sad. I hate to see it, but
day, huh?
He said in his own words, he said there's been times where he struggled a little bit and thought he was going to have to close the store, and had not really gotten to that point. But he said he was able to do this on his own terms, and just stop it when he, just kind of wanted to, and like, his girl got a really good job. They're moving out of the area, so it's like kind of all worked out, and he was ready to kind of close it off. So it's good for him.
Thought
good
about
for
starting
them.
a country music store in Ramsor, North Carolina.
What up, Billy Bands?
Who's Billy Bands? Billy Bath? Billy Bats?
Got to go ahead and get the papers. Get the papers. Yeah. So that's sad. I'll do the other.
It is a death in a way.
It's a death in a way. You know what? I'll say this. One last thing. Like, not only do like records tell stories, like recordings, like albums tell stories, but the physical actual record tells stories sometimes. Back to those like price tags and shit. Mm-hmm. I remember when I see those tags, that triggers my memory as to when it was, what I bought with it, why I bought it, what headspace I was in. So now going back, when I look at those things, it's gonna remind me of that story, rather than playing the game of like, wait, where did I get this? Was I out of town? Yeah. Did I order this? Was this a dollar record? Like, now I've, some of those I've got.
That's why you keep all your stickers.
That's why I keep my stickers.
And your shrink wrap.
No, the shrink wrap's gone. I'm yanking those off left and right. I fucking hate shrink wrap nowadays. Hate it. I held on to shrink for a long time, but yeah. I do have a death though. Rick Buckler, who played drums in the Jam, died this week. Dude was he's only 69 years old, man. Jam's a great band. A lot of that was like that reinvention of like that mod sound, like the late 70s mod comeback, Jam's a great band. I don't think I have any Jam on vinyl, but I've got some digitally, and I'm pretty sure Steve's got some.
You ever heard of the Carolina Jam Brothers?
Carolina Jam Brothers?
Yeah,
no, I don't.
Should look them up. My dad took all their publicity photos back in the early 80s. Yeah.
I thought you were bullshitting. Here's a really interesting. I posted this in the Discord earlier this week. Just kind of randomly popped into my news feed.
Randomly?
Randa Shepherdly. Big fan of the Archivist label.
I don't know what that was for.
Big fan of the Archivist label. Numero Group. They've
Numero.
Are you a Numero? Is it Numero or Numero? I've always said Numero, but I've heard people say Numero. But
Caesar Numero.
But yeah, they've been for years and years been finding stuff that was like small press, private press, whether it be soul or hip hop or rock and roll, country, gospel. They've dug a lot of stuff up out of people's fucking attics and garages, and not only archived the shit, but actually released it so people could check it out. I've always thought it was really cool, and I think DJ Shadow may have had some involvement with that early on. I don't know if he still does, but I remember that being a thing. But he's the ultimate digger, so that would make sense. But so they've had this series for quite a few years called Eccentric Soul, and the newest one that's coming out is available for pre-order now. Is this little gem right here? It's called Eccentric Soul, the Linko label. Now check this out.
Linko.
Among presidential hopefuls and future astronauts, North Carolina Agricultural and State University, located in Greensboro, was a hotbed of black excellence, activism, and raw talent. At the helm of a half-dozen labels, local yokel Walter Grady assembled a rotating cast of townies, homecoming queens, big men on campus to manifest a sound that was both homegrown and revolutionary. Eccentric Soul, the Linko label, compiles melodic milestones from the birthplace of the civil rights movement. Now, if you guys don't know, Greensboro, that's Jay's hometown. It's about 10, 15 minutes down the road from here. Now, you were born in Greensboro.
I was born in the hospital in Greensboro.
Sure. You lived in Greensboro your whole life.
Yeah, I lived in Greensboro my whole life.
So my statement stands true, I think.
I guess.
Jesus Christ.
I guess.
Yeah, they've done a bunch of 90s rock stuff lately. Like, it's kind of some post-punky stuff that's been really good.
Greensboro?
No.
Oh.
Just Numero or Numero in general. But this is a pre-order. The release date's May 2nd. They'll be shipping in April. But
so that band there is from Greensboro.
Yeah.
That's probably, we could be looking at the Sheridan Ballroom. Right
Yeah.
There,
Yeah, so it's that's exciting, man. That's exciting. Will I ever pick it up? maybe one of these days. But
I don't ever read much about the Greensboro local music scene from the 70s and 80s.
dude, I've had a pipe dream for like years now of I want to do a compilation of specific. Well, I've gone back and forth from doing like punk and heavy music, like metal and punk stuff, all the way to back to doing like just in general, starting in the 60s or something and doing like stuff that's from this area, from the Piedmont Triad area, and putting it on a big compilation album. And because I know what kind of heartache that would probably entail, off the rip say, it's going to cost this much to press the record, past that, I'm donating all the money to charity. Because you know some of these acts would be like yeah man, cool, put it out, that's awesome, and other people would be like, well, how much am I going to get off of it? You know, which is a fair
Steve.
that's a fair question, but I felt to squelch that right off the rip, be like, look, we're not doing this to make money. It's just to like put some shit out that maybe would otherwise slip by the wayside. It'd be cool to go all from the 60s all the way to like, you know, fairly current day of like stuff that was popping around in the scene here and
What's
stuff.
the music club over on Walker Street, Walk Avenue? Not club, but
Used to be Blind Tiger back in the day.
Blind Tiger, yeah.
It's not there anymore.
They used to have like photos, like little 4x6s, I guess, or whatever.
Uncle Watson's window, yeah.
They used to have 4x6s though from back in like the 80s, like just kind of, you know, randomly taped up on their wall.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
There's low key been a little scene around here over the years. At different times, there's been some stuff going on. I mean, recently, if you know, when Carl the Envelope was up here, and me and him went to that punk rock flea market, and I picked up those 7-inches. They're all Greensboro or North Carolina based like hardcore bands and shit, and that shit was awesome.
Remember when Vixen played here?
Vixen played at the Tavern. Yeah, the place where we played our first show. Vixen played there. And what's the band out of Charlotte?
Edge of the
Firehouse.
Firehouse.
Firehouse played up here too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always been kind of like I would have loved to do that, but also I'm like really lazy, and I kind of have a substance abuse problem, so none of that will probably ever happen. But it's fun to think about, like starting a dart club. That's fun to think about too.
Yeah. I think I might throw somebody out tomorrow just to set a precedent.
Set a president?
Yeah.
God, I gotta pee.
Precedent.
I gotta pee, dude. I hate to do it. I broke that seal, and it's a problem. Tell us a story, Jay.
I don't really have a story.
Show us your strike three call. You got to tell them.
I don't have a good strike three call yet. I hadn't worked behind the plate, so I'll answer any questions you guys have, I guess. If anybody's got anything they want to ask. Anything that's on your mind tonight. If that doesn't happen, I'll just sit here and just not say anything. Virginia was good. We were there. We left. I wasn't here last Friday, obviously, and we left at 5 a.m. last Saturday morning. Got on the road at 5 a.m. and got there quickly, no problems, in time for the games, and played 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, 1 on Monday afternoon. They finished second. Had a proud dad moment. I don't brag too often on my kid, but they played in a semifinal game Sunday night. They didn't start the game till almost 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And, the team had beat us.
Hands.
The team had beat us that afternoon.
Hands.
And team had beat us that afternoon. And they tied and went to overtime and went to a shootout. My kid scored the winning goal in the shootout, so that was pretty exciting. That was his first. Big. I don't know what you call it.
Attaboy.
No, he didn't. I don't think he got in the penalty box this weekend. I worked the penalty box most of the weekend. He never joined me. So. Oh, I told you my cousin came to the game and we went to I was telling you the game on Sunday night didn't start till 9. It was supposed to start like 8, and it got delayed for like an hour, and due to a death on the ice before. And so we went to Uno Pizza. They had a Uno. You remember Uno Pizza? Anybody remember Uno Pizza?
Pizzeria Uno.
Used to be my favorite Chicago.
Uh-huh. It was a chain place that popped around.
And they used to be around, and
I met a chick up there one time.
in Chicago
No.
at Uno.
At Uno Pizzeria on...
Used to be East Cheshire. Used to be right
East
across.
Chester
Used to
is
be
right
right
there,
across from. We used to go there and then go to the Funny Bone. I watched Bobcat Goldthwait.
Funny Bone, that's where the Michael Winslow story came from.
I remember he came there.
Yeah, he cut a promo for...
They used to get really
Five
good.
Ls.
They used to get really good acts there.
Yeah. And he came to
Your house, right?
Chibo's house in the middle of the night to buy
So-
some weed.
I heard he's in big time a-hole.
No, he was...
Oh,
I'll do the quick version of that story for new folks that have never heard that. So, singer of the band I was in, 5Ls, the guy that did our merch and like ran our merch and shit at shows for us, he worked at the Funny Bone, the comedy club. And Michael Winslow was there that night, and I guess he came up to him and he was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get some weed or whatever." And so he's like, "Oh, I'll take you over to my man's house." And so he comes over. He shows up at like 2:00 in the morning, beating on the door. He's like, "Darren, what the fuck are you doing, man?" And he was like, "Hey, man, I wonder if you could help my friend out or whatever." And Chibo goes, "Is that the dude from Police Academy?" And he's standing behind him, and he goes, "Hello." So they came in and like started chopping it up and hanging out and stuff. And
chopping what up?
that's a colloquialism. Cheers, everybody. Who's living it up tonight?
So, do you know about Tab Thacker, or whatever his name is,
I don't think so.
in Police Academy 4? The big black guy.
Oh, I don't see color.
How many was he in?
He's in 3, isn't it?
4 is what I saw today.
Is it 4? Okay.
You know, he's from Winston-Salem,
Really?
wrestler at NC State. and
Oh.
all this stuff, and died.
All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in, everybody. We got to get locked in here.
Amazing pizza. Are you saying, Shane? Is that about Uno?
Yeah. That's on a little bit of a delay. The off air is a little bit of a delay.
So-
let's get locked in here.
There was only about half a dozen. She said, still around. I don't know if that's just up there or like in general.
Did you have a fucking old man conversation with the
No,
waitress?
no.
You know, I used to go here back in the day, and you won't see them back where I come from. You ever been down to Greensboro, North Carolina?
But my cousin's like that.
You ever heard of the sit-in?
And he asked her because we were not complaining, but we were talking to each other about how slow the service was. And
There's
made
one in D.C., Scotty says.
He made one comment to her, and she talked to us for like 10 minutes. Wouldn't stop talking for like 10 minutes, and I said, "No wonder everybody here has a hard time getting served."
Jay, we got the fucking snowman in the chat here. He says, "Did you hear about the 30-year reunion at the Rock Gym?"
I'm not doing.
I did. I'm trying to talk
You're
Jay
wrong.
into it. Jay's being a fucking bitch about it.
I don't.
I told him we eat a bunch of edibles and go up there and get into some mess. Snow, hey Snow, you want to go up there and start some mess in the parking lot?
So driving that S10, Snow?
S10? He wasn't driving an S10.
You drove an
I
S10.
drove an S10. What are you doing?
Get those MTX kickers.
He had that 454.
Snow.
Snow, we were talking about the other night the Mr. Jacobs line. He said, 66 Chevelle, 396, 4 on the floor, with a fifth under the seat. 6-pack of Bud. Hello, Pine Tree.
Snow, did you take auto mechanics, or were you an FFA? Which one were you?
He was auto mechanic.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were on, because we used to come over there. We're talking the other night about we used to come over there.
Don't get too lost in the weeds. You're going to run everybody else
No,
off.
we used to come over there and get honey buns in the middle of, when they went to those real long classes, like hour and a half classes or whatever, 2 hours. A lot of big stories about Uno Pizzeria in the chat.
I think you struck a nerve, Jay. You may have struck that fucking nerve.
That really though, like when I saw it the day before, and I was like, I'm going to eat there before I leave. Like even if I have to drag my kid in there and him be miserable.
Why is this fucking?
And I was glad I did, though. It was good. Like, it wasn't as good. The pizza was not as good as it was, like, 20 years ago, I don't think. And the atmosphere was a lot different. It was more like, it used to kind of have the feel of a Chicago, like, pizza place.
Ooh, ew.
And now it just feels like an Applebee's, kind of.
Sure.
They have more stuff on the menu, I think, too. So, yeah. Rat mower.
Oh, shit. First time tuning in. Greetings from Tokyo, or originally from Tulsa. Happy to be here. This show looks fun. Hey, man.
Live
Thanks
from
for
Tokyo.
Thanks for checking us out, man. Really appreciate it.
Tune in, Tokyo.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Tokyo, Jay.
What's the best thing about Tokyo?
What kind of question is that?
No, what's your favorite thing about living in Tokyo?
That's a good question. It's a good question.
Is it the they have good
right,
food there probably, right?
Lock in. Here's some of the news stuff that came out today, or some of the stuff that dropped. Not news, but the stuff that dropped today. Where was this my whole life? You ever heard of Captain Jazz? I posted this to the Discord earlier.
I heard of Captain Jizz.
Dude, this is a come on, dude. The name of this album: Burritos, Inspiration Point, Fort Balloon Sports, Cards in the Spokes, Automatic Biographies, Kites, Kung Fu, Trophies, Banana Peels we've slipped on, and Eggshells we've tippy-toed over. This originally came out in like the late 90s, I want to say. Speaking of Chicago, some Chicago kids, and it's like, I don't know what you call this. It's like indie lo-fi. Some people said emo. I don't know about emo. I heard some very distinct, like almost like Neutral Milk Hotel kind of. No, that wasn't that record. It was just a good time listen. It's weird as fuck, and I really enjoyed listening to this. American Football Side Project, is that right?
What does that mean?
Oh, Snow said he was in both Allman and Javern.
Oh, okay.
Circuses. Oh yeah.
How's it feel?
What do you like about Tokyo? He said safety. I like that.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Safe place to live, eh?
But yeah, I jammed this today. I don't know how this slipped past my radar for so long, but I was absolutely enthralled with this record when I was checking it out today. And I guess this is the first time this has been reissued. They did a cassette reissue back in 2018, but it's the first time since '95, so the year I graduated. The first time the vinyl's been repressed since then, and. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Folks that like all our pals out there that really like, like the indie rock, post rock, kind of weirdo tip kind of stuff would really enjoy that. It seems like a lot of you guys know this, and I've just fucking missed the boat on it. All around good living, but no backyards unless you're loaded. Tokyo's a great big city. Oh yeah, didn't think about that. Like,
Tokyo's a big city, yeah.
like not having a backyard, yeah. That's all right.
I guess that's pretty normal
in most big cities, sure. I guess, yeah.
Tokyo's probably top 10 in the top 5 in the world.
You ever seen any of those multi-story driving ranges?
Those are pretty cool. What's the economy like?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
That's awesome though, man. This is the one when I mentioned Neutral Milk Hotel because it came to mind. This cover grabbed me by my fucking cojones right here. And I heard a lot of people say not only was this one of the better albums that got released last year,
yeah,
but one of the better albums in the late 2020 or the last part of the teens or the first part of the 2020s, whatever the fuck. Anyway, cover kind of grabbed me by the dork here. Diamond Jubilee. The name of the group is Cindy Lee. Now, I saw the name Cindy Lee, and I immediately think this is going to be some chick with an acoustic guitar singing about some bullshit. But the cover grabbed me anyway, so it at least led me to at least check it out. That's not what it is at all. It's a Canadian band called Cindy Lee, project of musician Patrick Flegel. This is a triple album, came out March of last year, and people just blow this record up. It's got 50s girl group vibes, like lush 60s kind of pop psychedelia shit. 70s rock. It's got that lo-fi 90s, which is where I heard that like Neutral Milk Hotel kind of shit from it. And the production is out of this world. So even though this is not something that's really in my wheelhouse, and I would have probably skipped over this 9 times out of 10. Maybe it was the mood I was in this afternoon or this morning when I was looking shit up. But this really hit me. Really hit me pretty hard today.
You think if,
good record, man? Really good record.
You think if she farted, it would blow the roof off that car?
It's possible.
That rail car.
Jay needs a geisha. Jay needs something.
I bet that cartoon chick farts a lot.
I like a cartoon farting chick. Hey, another entry from the classic series from Blue Note, Dexter Gordon, Our Man in Paris. A lot of people say this is the last hard bop record from in '63. Mm-hmm. Not hard bop. Last bebop album. Bud Powell's on this, which I know. I work with a dude. His wife is related to Bud Powell. Mm-hmm. Kenny Clark's on this. And this was, I've seen this a lot, and I've got some other Dexter Gordon recordings. Mm-hmm. I'd not really sat down with this one, and I don't own it on vinyl, obviously, but I really sat down and checked it out today. Fantastic record. I mean, apparently that's kind of a no-brainer, but I was really enjoying that record today. I try to at least sample a good cross section of what I talk about nowadays. Instead of just being like, I don't know, sounds cool. Looks like a cool cover. Yeah. I actually like to sit down and listen to it.
That's got every inkling of what you look for. Yeah,
this really ticks the boxes. Bill confirms, and I respect the fuck out of Bill's opinion there. That's a good one, all right. Yeah, I need to pick that up.
I like that collar on the shirt.
I'm keeping an eye out for a copy of Dexter's Calling. The first Dexter Gordon record I got was actually an '80s Dexter Gordon. That's it's actually pretty good for an '80s jazz record. I mean, it's got that slick production kind of sound, but it's.
I knew a woman related to Kenny Clark one time.
Moving on. All right. Brand new Killswitch Engage record came out today. Oh. In the past, I've been I've kind of loaded that up. And in the past, I'm a really huge fan of Killswitch Engage. Mm-hmm. It's one of the last metalcore bands that I give a fuck about. And there was so the band I was in ended up. I know people say, "Oh, you were in a rap rock band." Blah blah blah. By the end of it, we were really doing much more metalcore kind of stuff. We would have been considered much more of a metalcore band than a rap rock band or whatever. We did that in the early 2000s. But, and we still played those old songs, but still. Anyway, I've always been a big Killswitch Engage fan. I know Aaron Griffin is as well. Curious if Aaron's heard this record. Again, streamed a good bit of this today.
Mm-hmm. You have time to do it.
And this is the classic lineup. It's got the original singer Jesse in it. And it brings that same standard Killswitch Engage vibe. Definitely. Really tight instrumentation and nice breakdowns. Super melodic at times and really heavy at other times. But I found this just to be kind of and I've kind of been like that with the last couple of records. Full disclosure though, I'm a Howard guy. When Howard was singing with the band, that's the Killswitch Engage that I love.
Howard Cosell?
Love. And the stuff with this guy Jesse, I don't like it as much. And especially the newer stuff, it's good. It's I'm listening to it and I'm I should be jizzing my britches over this by things that I've liked in the past.
J and your B.
But for whatever reason, it's just not grabbing me in that same kind of way. No real explanation other than, metalcore is a genre that I don't listen to too tough much anymore, unless I get drunk and want to go back and listen to shit from back in the day or something. Mm-hmm. But much like a death metal record, which is a genre that I don't listen to a lot, so it takes a really special record to come out for me to give a shit.
Sure.
And to me, this is not it. It's not it. It's not a bad record, and maybe I need to sit down with it another time. I'm passing judgment over giving it a 15-minute listen on a Friday morning.
Who is the lead screamer on that?
Well, now it's Jesse. His name's Jesse. I can't remember his last name.
Jesse. Uncle Jesse. What was Uncle Jesse's last name on that show? Jesse Stamos.
Jesse Duke.
Jesse and the Ripper.
Oh, what was Uncle Jesse's last name?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you. First
Jesse
person,
Leach. Yeah, how did I forget that? Yeah, his name's Leach. Yeah, what do you think about it, Aaron? Have you listened to it? I mean, there's nothing bad about it. I just found myself at some point being like, okay, can I move to the next record to listen to? Like, I was kind of over it. I don't know.
Shane says he saw Jerry Cantrell and Filter this week. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. Would you see them at a rock festival?
Are you 78 years old?
No. I got invited to go see, well, not like formally invited. I invited myself. No.
Okay, so check this out. If you know jack all fuck about record collecting, I'm gonna find this here. A record that's known as one of the hardest to find, or like an original, and one of the most expensive records of all time.
Pet Sounds.
No.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Fuck, I'm dropping shit.
Bads, Michael Jackson. Thriller. Steely Dan.
No.
Rick Springfield. Dirty Water Dog. Getting the name of that?
Why am I having such a hard time finding this?
Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell, Volume 2. Aerosmith. Rocks.
I'm going to mute you.
Oh gosh, what's the Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA?
Hold on. Here we go. Fuck. Sorry.
Jesse Kostropoulos.
I think probably most of us, Gospel Family Group. I think most of us that watch this program, especially if you're kind of like, if you like that, the old like 70s hard and heavy, you're a stoner doom guy, like you like collecting expensive records, everybody probably knows the legend of Leaf Hound, grower of mushrooms, right? This record is 9 out of 10. It's a great record. This is a fantastic record. Released in the 70s. I don't remember the exact year of this. 1970?
70 or 71.
77. This is a repress I picked up for like $20, which is now that's kind of hard to find or whatever. Mm-hmm. Fantastic record. It's got everything. It's got some of that like that proto kind of stoner kind of sound. It's got some super psychedelic passages and trippy stuff, and it's just a great record. It's a great record. And I didn't really realize, and I guess they did some stuff like much later, like after they broke up. And then today, like literally today, released a brand new record called Once Bitten. And I am here today to tell you.
Same group?
Yep. Released a record today. Came out
50 years later.
Today. And I'm here to tell you, this is the biggest polished turd I've ever heard in my life. It is one of the worst records I have listened to in a long fucking time.
Kind of like Air Supply. They were really good early on, and then just when they got big. So.
I saw it, and I was like,
What would you think?
I know, dude. I've kind of erased that because of like Iron Maiden, because of Halloween.
But they haven't put anything out in 100 years. I mean,
No. They've had some stuff in between, like that I wasn't really familiar with. Michael familiar, and so I see this and I'm like, oh, dude, fucking Leaf Hound. Sure. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't look like what I would think a Leaf Hound cover would look like nowadays.
That looks like a Shania Twain cover.
And I'm telling you, dude, this shit is a fucking travesty. It is an absolute
Should ask for your money back.
travesty. What's up, Zero? Just bought 2 copies of the first Leafhound record. The reissues. Bought a black vinyl last week, and this week found a colored vinyl variant. Nice. Yeah, and you can't go wrong with that record. Like we've played that a bunch here on the show, and I know a lot of our pals who that watch the show really dig that record, and but for obvious reasons, it's fantastic. This is god awful.
Yeah.
It's god awful.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because God bless them. I definitely respect somebody that's still, I don't know how old these cats are, but they're still picking them up and putting them down.
Well,
but it
hurting
ain't,
for money, probably.
it ain't nothing I want anything to do with it. And I feel it's my obligation to tell our pals here,
Probably need some money.
head for clearer waters, Big Tuna.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't want anything to do with that. Here's something, I never really knew this. The only thing I knew about Silkworm from back in the day is I knew it was a Steve Albini produced band. The only thing I knew about them. And this is their out of print 5th record. And I don't think it's originally released in '97. It's the first time it's ever been available on vinyl. Oh no, there's contains 6 bonus tracks never available on LP, including 5 Japan only tunes.
Well,
And
our friends probably heard them, though.
That's right. And Japan only tunes like you've never heard, and a Bob Dylan cover with Stephen Malkus from Pavement. Comes with a CD as well, recorded by Steve Albini at Robert Lang Studios at Seattle in his house.
So this is before he died. He recorded this.
What's wrong with you? Oh, we got a sub. We got some sub. Oh, Zero coming in with that fucking prime time. He's prime time out of his fucking mind, Jay.
Which one is this now? Zero out of Tokyo?
No. That means. Oh, and Tokyo dropped a little follow.
I told you.
Dropped a little follow. So we got a follow and a sub.
It's like, you know how sometimes,
you get
like...
shut up. You get that pickle. Something's get that
You ever
yellow
got
pickle.
a text message on your phone and right before it comes in, your light flickers? Like, that's what just happened with him.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to subscribe or become a friend of the program.
This is one I jammed today, man. I really dug this, man. I've never listened to Silkworm at all, and I got to go back and kind of check some of the other stuff out because this, like I said, this is the 5th album that has been, I guess, very hard to find previous to this reissue, and so it's definitely worth checking out, man.
The name of the developer?
Yeah, the name of the album's Developer. Yes, sir. Here's the final record. A band called the Mistons. Okay. This is a 45 on Nardine Records. It's 2 songs: Bronze Age Collapse and Anxiety. This is what keyed me in. I like the cover, and that made me click on it. It says recorded with Mike Vasquez, Monkey Wrench, Cherubs. That's all I needed to see, and Mooney Suzuki. I don't know much about these guys. Are like I want to say Portland or something like that. And I really dug this. It's some nice, like, noisy kind of garage kind of shit. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: it's a 45.
Yeah.
2 songs.
And
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was a little bit pricey for my liking.
Well, just say if you don't like it.
No, I like the tunes. Seemed to be a little more I want to pay for 2 songs.
How much was it?
Is it $20 or something?
Oh my god!
Let me check it out. Hold on.
Oh, there's songs made of gold.
Let me double check. Was it 10?
$20?
Was it 10 or?
Well, that's a difference there. 10 and 20 now.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Bob Vinyl, $20, and that's before shipping.
That's crazy.
Oh, here's another one, Bob Vinyl, $10. So that must have been a little like different variation or something. But yeah, I enjoyed it for sure.
Yeah,
for sure, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's right. I mean, I would say like Scotty, Shane. That's kind of right up y'all's buddy Hoyles. Definitely worth checking out. If you never heard
The Detroit Pistons.
No, Miston. It's West Coast. I want to say Pacific. They're Eastern?
I think you got some bad info there, brother.
Tokyo says, I'm in the Twitch now, but need to be a follower for 10 minutes to chat. I have 9 minutes left, but I have a question. Every Friday night starting at 8:30, what time zone? That's on the Eastern
Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So what we do, man, just to kind of, if this it's a great way to rewrap the show. It's a great radio practice to rewrap. For folks that maybe never been here before. So
I'm Jay, and this is Mike.
Correct. You want to put the super up?
The what?
Put the super up.
I don't know what that means.
So
Zonk is standing over to the side over here. Friend of the program as well.
See, like I'll put the boom. So we start at 8:30 on Twitch, and we play these record albums. They're actually we actually play the records. We play visual stuff to go along with the records. It's not a lot of talking. It's just music and hanging out. And then we multi-stream at 11 o'clock Eastern every Friday. The actual show program, which is like the talk show here we do, where we don't play copyrighted stuff while we're, in theory, while we're doing this show. And then afterwards, we'll go back to just Twitch and play some more records, like late into the night when we get all fucking falling down drunk and
So
stuff.
Steve's here till 6.
Sure. Now, we also have on Sunday nights, we do what's called the Sunday Shelving Show. So everything we've played that ends up down here, we take the time on Sunday to hang out like this and play these records and put them back on the shelf. We got video game streams on some Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's your thing.
That's my thing. We do some video game streams on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we do a Wednesday watch party where we watch a really bad B movie or old episodes of Card Sharks or the Professional Putters Association. Mm-hmm. We play some records. We play some retro video games sometimes, and do that. We're off on basically on this channel. We're off on Thursdays and we're off on Saturdays.
We have the whores come around Thursdays.
That's when we have the whores come around. Thursdays and Saturdays. Every other day. Sometimes I take a Monday off. I've been a little slack. I need to lock in. I've been taking some Mondays off, but typically we're live every day but Thursday and Monday. But this is the mothership. Friday night's the mothership.
Something like that.
Yes, sir. These are all documented on Twitch. There's a calendar. If you look at schedule on Twitch, it'll tell you like each day of the week and like when we go live and stuff like that. And all of these past episodes. By the way, this is episode number 590. There is 590 episodes of just this.
We're doing 600.
Just this this show right here. We've been doing it since 2012, I believe.
What are we going to do for the 600th episode? That's going to be like...
I was thinking about flipping this fucking desk over.
It's going to be like the 1st of April, right? Something like that?
10 weeks?
No, May. 1st of May.
10 weeks from now, we'll be doing episode 600. And Zonkman mentioned earlier, somewhere in July, we'll be doing episode... No, next year. Next year, July, we'll be doing episode 666.
I don't partake in witchcraft.
I said maybe that's the last episode ever, and we just kill it. Never come back, ever. Do episode 666, and you never fucking hear from us again. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, that's a long ways off. That's all I got to say.
We're probably long since dead by then, let's be honest.
I'm thinking about a banana, mayonnaise, and cheese sandwich.
That's fucking
like
terrible. Let's get into what we played. We're dilly-dallying.
Sliced cheese.
What the fuck are you doing? Where are you going?
He says he's bone.
Jay.
He had something early in the morning.
Oh. Jay's got something early in the morning.
You're out of here!
That's right. We got
Hit
this
the
on
bench!
Matt Damon was in Jason Amy, by the way.
Was he?
Extra. No, it just said it on the thing. Right.
You're out! Hit the bench!
I thought you were leaving, Jay. Bye. No, I'm saying bye, motherfucker.
I would never do that, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay.
Also.
Yeah, Robert Klein.
Hey, don't forget your cold Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, it's literally still in here. Probably 3/4 of it.
Well, drink it. Y'all split it.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
You just said you've got the biggest sore in your mouth you've ever had in your life.
Drink it.
You literally said that.
I know, I can't drink it.
Jesus. What's up, Trish?
Hello, Trish. Hello, everybody. We're going
Okay.
All right, let's get into what we played tonight. So starting off, we try to start off with a jazz record, and I'll tell you what, man. If there was a Grown Men Record Night compilation disc that came out, this album would be on it, specifically one of the tracks on this album. And I don't know where I bought this. I was going to say probably bought this at Under Armour. No, I didn't. Gary McFarlane, the End Sound, the black and silver Verve. I mean, you don't get much more classic record night shit than this. And the song, specifically the song Bleep, it's one of my all-time favorite songs, and it's one of the quintessential Grown Men Record Night tracks of all time. Over 12, 13 years we played this. I mean, you know, Bleep is one of those you may want to play at my fucking funeral, you know what I'm saying? It's a fantastic, you know, jazzy samba, fucking Gary McFarlane. He's a vibe player.
Vibraphonist.
It's just a great album. I've always said this. When you're starting the weekend off, you're mixing you up a little drink. You start rattling the ice in the cocktail glass. Gary McFarlane, that's where you want to start with it.
Smooth operator.
It's a perfect place to start. Perfect place to start. This is something that I heard on the radio. I was listening to one of our local radio programs, the Morning Drive guys. And they mentioned this band for some reason. I can't remember why. And I was like, man, speaking of classic record night shit, this is a band we played early on in record night a lot. And I bet I've not pulled any of this band's material out in fucking 5 years.
Oh, wow.
For no good reason other than I'm an idiot. And that's Vanilla Fudge. This is it's a convertible cover. It's going to fall out. Vanilla Fudge is Renaissance. I don't really know when Renaissance came out.
I think it's their second record.
Second record?
Could be wrong. Could be a third.
You know a lot about them? 1968. Wow, that's
had to be because the first one was 67.
That's earlier than I thought, honestly. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is a little poppy, and this covers. This was obviously like a $1 record I picked up back in the day when I was just grabbing shit that looked cool. But grabbed it for a good reason because it's a fantastic record.
Vanilla Fudge.
Yeah, absolutely. Vanilla Fudge was my nickname in high school. Holy shit.
Whoa, is Miss You in here?
This guy's on one. He's on one. How about a little funk for that ass? And I mean for that ass. When I say that ass, I mean that ass. Hello! Boing, 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 boing. Look at the turd cutter on that one's on. This is the ADC band. Talk That Stuff. It's a promo copy. This is another record I've had in the collection for a long time.
ADC.
1979 Cotillion. Great looking back cover as well.
The Players.
These guys mean business. There's a lot of motherfuckers in here.
Yeah.
And they all look like they mean business. This guy didn't know they were taking the picture. That's what I'm getting from that. Well, you're doing it now? Look, he's got the little Apollo Creed sprigs on his chest. I played in a band with a black dude, and he always played with his shirt off and stuff. And I was like, oh, your chest hair looks like Apollo Creed. Those little spriggy things. I like that. Which is a weird conversation to have. I understand.
That looks like a couple of bulldogs to be going at it in a potato sack.
Yeah. Yes, sir. This is a reissue I picked up a year or so ago. Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers, LAMF. This was this is the Lost 77 mixes. So it's got like the original way that they wanted it released, if I'm not mistaken. And this was it was a used copy that came into one of our local shops and jumped all over this because I got really into like Johnny Thunders and the Dolls and that shit like a couple of years ago, and I'm still really, really into that stuff and that rock and roll proto punk kind of shit. I guess you could say glam or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, this is fantastic stuff.
Johnny Thunders.
More members than Slipknot? Yeah, when we saw Slipknot, man, that was a crazy. Have you seen Slipknot live?
Yes.
Yeah?
A couple times.
I saw them last year. It's not
yeah, that's right. You did the big festival.
I was surprised, like, because I went with a kid's 22 years old. We went to this music festival, and she was like hype as fuck to see Slipknot.
Oh, really?
They were
awesome.
They were way down my list. I've never been a big Slipknot fan.
Okay.
But I mean, they brought it. I'm just not really into them.
Yeah.
Well, not like that. Like I respect it, but like it's
all the way ever since I saw him on Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
In like 1999.
I mean, it was a crazy show, but I don't know. It's something about like Slipknot. I feel like I'm being placated to at some point.
A lot of people hate like the gimmicky side of it.
I feel like you're doing a bit. It's funny because like that doesn't bother me with Gwar or like other bands, but for some reason with Slipknot, I'm just like, I don't know. It kind of bothers me a little bit. But it was a good show. I picked this up on the cheap back in the day. $10 3. This is an IRS band. What was the big hit we heard?
The first one about Future So Bright.
Yeah, Future So Bright. I picked this up for just a song and not played this in forever. But yeah, it's a good 80s little bumper. I wanted something to kind of mix it up there in the middle as we're playing some of this stuff.
Does this follow any of your guidelines as far as like an ass and a television on the cover? You know, like you got to pick it up because there's an ass and a television.
Yeah. Let me see, dude. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay.
See if I can help you out here, Tokyo.
Oh, you got your Help with Tokyo out?
Yeah, let me go to the channel.
Jay was talking about a reason, what do you like about living in Tokyo? There is still a Tower Records, the one and only left on the planet, is in Tokyo.
Is that right?
Tower Records, yes, sir.
I'm trying to look where that calendar is, unless they took that away from me. Or maybe you can't see it while I'm live like this? I don't know. Not Twitter. I think I said Twitter. I meant Twitch. Yeah, I don't know where that's... Maybe they took that away.
What about... what up, Thumpfinger? What about Scotty? We got anybody in the chat that can help Tokyo with that? Where the calendar's at? Where's the mod?
Yeah, basically any night if it's evening time over here, brother, we're probably live doing something. I may be playing Call of Duty, or we may be watching a B movie, or playing records, or hanging out. But we'll be doing something. You're always fucking welcome, man. Always fucking welcome. Bring it on in.
I can't think of what the time difference is. It's like 12 hours or something like that.
Get locked in. Come on in with us.
Locked in.
Get locked in. Yeah, sure. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, we're still on what we played.
Sure. We're trying to
Rocking out some stuff.
Want a little something a little heavier. I realize like we've played a lot of. Didn't play a super bunch of like heavier records tonight, which is nice to have a little reprise. Not everything's punk metal. We started off as really heavy, like when the channel started, really heavy in jazz, really heavy in funk, and it wasn't until years later we started playing metal and punk stuff, but mostly because I didn't have any in my collection because I was a dollar record guy. But for years, I was a dollar record guy. But Melvin's Bases Loaded, this album came out a few years ago. Fantastic record. I don't hear this one getting mentioned in the Melvin's catalog as much as some of the other ones. But this was what they did was they brought some super duper bass players in to do like guest spots on each of these songs. So this album features the bass work from Stephen McDonald, who's played with the Melvins in the past, as well as Red Cross. Jared Warren from Big Business, and who's also done stuff with the Melvins, is on this. Trevor Dunn from Mr. Bungle, also from Melvin stuff, is on here. Chris Novoselic, I think you may have heard of him. Jeff Pincus from Butthole Surfers, and Dale Crover. Those are all the I didn't know Dale played bass at all. Dude, I'm really thinking now that Jay's gone, I can say it. I've got some fucking punk songs written that the goal is to record them this year.
All right.
And
is Jay going to be the drummer?
Well, that's the plan, right? But I did see where, like, Dale Crover, you send the files over and pay some money, Dale Crover will record the fucking drums for you.
Oh, wow.
So if I wrote some songs and I recorded them down, I could send them over and Dale Crover could play drums on a fucking album, which would be an absolute fucking wet dream. What are we saying? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, I wouldn't say this while Jay's here, but he may be out of the band. Maybe putting Dale Crover in there.
Okay, yeah. I thought they always said, like, the drummer's just the guy that hangs out anyway.
Now, if Dale says five G's for it, that's a little much.
Yeah? You think?
I'd spend a couple of grand to have Dale.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure. I'd spend a couple of grand to have Dale Crover play on some fucking songs that I've written. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. You could kind of,
Yeah, man, do it.
you could sunset me off into the distance with that one. That would be, yeah. Anyway, moving right along, we played a little King Crimson Discipline, and I love this fucking, like, later King Crimson stuff, man. This kind of, I love the early stuff in a different kind of way, but the Adrian Belew, Robert Fripp stuff is just fucking, and more so than any other record I'm a big Tool fan for a very long time. And I think most of the members of Tool will say King Crimson is their favorite band. And this is the album you can 1,000% hear it.
Right, you were the one telling me the beat when it was going. Like, do you hear that? I'm like, Dog man's not good with that.
And it's the same as, like, the dun 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 dun
Right.
dun, and on this song it's like
It's Tool.
It's the same
Oh,
riff.
wait.
It's not the same riff, it's the same time signature, but you can see how these guys grew up listening to King Crimson and really enjoyed it. And this is, I really like Discipline, Three of a Perfect Pair, and Red are probably my three favorites, I would say.
Wow.
And I love, Court of the Crimson King and The Wake of Poseidon and that kind of shit too. But that shit's more, it's so more 60s and kind of out there, like, I don't want to say out there, but like,
Well, I mean, this, when you first played it, I'm like, what? Because I was not familiar with this album at all.
yeah, for people that don't, I mean,
And that
those
first
bands
track,
don't sound,
Elephant Talk.
those albums don't sound a lot alike, honestly. Your three favorite too, Scotty? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I just love that it's more progressive sounding, like tight progressive kind of shit. And they use that time signature I was just doing. Like, no bullshit. This is really pulling the covers back, but that that's literally in my head 24/7. I wake up in the middle of the night beating on my chest. I'm not kidding. I've done that for years.
The Rhythm of Bananas.
Years and years and years. And when I'm like sitting, like waiting to pick up a pizza, and I'm sitting on the fucking chair, I'm doing that rhythm is in my head all the time. Anyway, enough about my mental disorders. Played a little Orville Peck. This was a VCL tip from my pal Shane. Shane sent this into the program, and man, this is I love this record so much. This is the first Orville Peck Pony, which came out several years ago. Was this 2019?
2019.
Is it 2019?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Got some absolute bangers on this, and I completely fell in love with this guy. It's Dead of Night, Winds of Change. Both of those are just a turn to hate. Really fantastic stuff. It's on Sub Pop as well. This guy, if you don't know, he doesn't show his face. He's actually a drummer in a punk rock band from Canada, and then he's a huge country western. More emphasis on that western. You can hear that more of that western twang on this kind of stuff, and just really, really thoughtful like country stuff for people that don't like country or would be really quick to dismiss a record because it leans toward the country western. I think this, and the fact that it's on Sub Pop, that should kind of tell you. It can kind of maybe pull you out of that because it's an absolute vibe.
Right. No, when you say that western, that just makes me think of the Blues Brothers.
Oh, we play both kinds of music, country and western.
Yep.
Yeah. And finally, this is a Jay record. We actually played this on Wednesday before we watched the movie, but Jay picked this up. Mount Carmel, Real Women. Real Women. I think that's a 1972 Topps baseball card.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's a 72 Topps, which is, if I had to guess, 1,000% why Jay picked this up. 1,000%. But turns out these guys are from Ohio. They're kind of you would probably lump them into the stoner rock kind of, that kind of 70s worship stoner rock stuff. And man, these guys ooze fucking early ZZ Top. I mean, it's coming out of their fucking pores. If you like early ZZ Top, these guys, they're no longer a band. They've broken up. And Jay has actually reached out to these guys and chatted with them quite a bit. And Jay was like, one of the guys specifically, he was like, dude, we could 100% get this guy on the show.
Right.
He would 100% do an interview. Especially if we've been blasting your record for like, Jay probably got that 7-8 years ago. And we've been playing it a lot here on the show. That's the last record we played, which tells me
It's time for marbles.
it's time for fucking marbles. So sharpen that fucking marble pencil up, folks. Don't be an update. Don't be an update. Don't be an update.
Get in there and stretch out.
Yeah, we're launching some fucking marbles.
The original version.
Come
Get YouTube
wide
Music
open.
Radio.
What the fuck?
What's that mean?
What did he say?
Got to get to the marbles, man.
Game capture. Ba-bum.
Let's not be an update.
No update. Boom.
Come
Fall
in-
in love with season 58. Let's go.
Come as you are.
We're gonna do race.
Pants
We're gonna
on,
do
shirt
random.
off.
Okay. Once this loads up, folks. Once it loads up, what the fuck is going on?
I was gonna say, isn't that Valentine's graphic a little old? It's a couple weeks old.
I turned the fucking. I didn't turn. I accidentally bumped the camera off over this.
Oh, what's off?
No, my fucking. What am I doing wrong? Or here am I doing wrong? Sure. Sorry. Exclamation point play in the chat. Exclamation point play in the chat, and you'll have a chance to win honor amongst thieves.
Marble.
I'm gonna take a piss while everybody's loading in.
Load in.
Tell everybody a story.
I'm gonna show my digs of the marbles.
Nope.
I'm gonna jump script. So I tell a story, and I didn't tell a story last time because it was the Valentine's Day episode, and didn't really want to get all sappy and everything. So, I really enjoy this part of the show when he gives me the floor to just do whatever I want to, just kind of tell you how things are, what's going on with the Zonk Man. The Zonk Man has reached a point of pure clarity, man. Things aren't as you may think they are. Your vision is the first thing that fools you in your whole perception of this game or this life, whatever you want to call it, greater man than I once said, "Whence the doors of perception have been cleansed, man will see himself as he truly is.
Aldous Huxley.
Infinite." Yes.
All right, everybody locked in here? We've only got 8 people playing. All right, we'll stop. We'll just shut the stream down. It's not a big deal.
Shut it down.
We'll just close
Did
it.
we get Tokyo? I know Tokyo got straight on the schedule, but he may have left. I didn't know if maybe we got him in on some
Want some marbles?
marbles. Where you can
Whether
do
you're on YouTube or Twitch, you can exclamation point play
exclamation
to
point play.
get in here. We got our track record is about Rock and Ron. Ain't seen Ron around in a little bit at 217 and some change. He said, "Yeah, he's here. He's here."
Okay, right on, right on. Yeah. Go, I don't know if he got in or not, but go ahead and do exclamation point play to get into your first race of marbles. That's weird. I've actually got a dig that it's going to be related to Rock and Ron.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Ron been making videos and shit?
that's Ron Beaudry or whatever. Yeah. He started
Okay.
up again.
Cool.
I think he has.
He's a friend of the program.
Okay, yeah. I did. Right on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's run the shit. Boom.
Even the what was the
running
track
this one.
called? The Dojo. So this is kind
It's
of
got a little Asian feel to it.
yeah, a
Sure.
little karate-esque.
Sure.
I don't know if he got in time.
I studied a little Okinawan Kempo karate. I like the look of this track.
Shane Rockney.
Look at there. Oh, look
Uh
at this
oh.
guy. Look at this guy.
Yep. Grown Man Record Night took the split, took the other way.
Oh.
Whoa, down the bamboo
Whoa.
chute.
Right down the sideline. Fuck, I'm off. God damn it.
Well, Nate Bouchard chasing the ghost. Oh, ahead of the ghost currently right this second.
Oh, the whoop-de-woo.
The whoop-de-woo.
Okay.
Getting hung up in the bamboo chutes.
A little bit hung up. Oh.
He's still fighting that ghost.
Telling me. That's a story of my life, brother.
I think I'm hanging out in the back eating hot dogs with Aaron Griffin.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we fell off.
Yeah. If there's a hot dog stand, Aaron Griffin's fucking stopping. There's no doubt about that.
Oh me.
How much would they be if I bought all of them? Is there any way you can do all? The works. You got it.
Look at Scotty Strychnine
Look at him. Look
bouncing up in
Look
here.
at this guy. This guy.
Past the ghost too.
This guy's something else.
Like the ladies' man. Here we go.
Oh, he's got.
Swoop-de swoo. This is the end. My only end, the friend.
Oh, and he made it. Wow. Okay. Sure. Let's wait for the official results.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bill was the only other one going.
Chili, slaw, mustard, and onions? Yeah, that's the only way to go. Only
Scott-
2 finishers. That's insane.
Scotty Strychnine with the new record.
Look at this. Everybody else fell off the fucking... Come on, everybody locked the fuck in. Everybody else fell off the fucking board except for Scotty and Bill. You guys are terrible.
Hey, you fell off too.
I know. I'm terrible too. I'm telling myself to lock the fuck in. We got to get locked in here. This is insane. It's 2025. It's time to lock the fuck in.
Oh, dude.
But congratulations to Scotty, who figured it the fuck out at least. Jesus. And broke the track record. I'll have you
And
know.
broke the track record.
Beat Rock and Ronnie's fucking track record. So now the new champ. There's a new champ in town. Touchdown football. No more football.
Now it's baseball.
No more football.
Safe.
No more football.
Safe.
All right, let's get into a little dig of the week action.
Dig of the week.
I didn't buy dick for shit today or this week. I've just not been. I've been. Well, we had a couple of snow days here. I actually work from home, and then the news of Underdog going away it led me to want. I wanted to go down there today. I thought about it. I had a situation where I could have made it down there, but it didn't end up panning out. And I'm not really specifically in the market for stuff at the moment. There's some things on my want list, but like generally speaking, it's not stuff I'm walking into a record store for at the moment. Because I just don't. Because I know what's going to happen if I go in there. I'm going to end up spending $50 on some stuff that's like, yeah, this is cool, but like I didn't need this at the moment. I mean, I'm fine, but like I did spend like $30K on my house this past year. So I'm trying to eliminate like, frivolous spending kind of things.
I can understand that.
Like it's not like I'm out of money or nothing, but like I did spend a considerable amount of money this past year. So, you only live once and all that jazz, but still,
Maybe stop by before.
Oh, I'm definitely going to stop by. Even if I
talk.
don't buy anything,
Right.
I'll stop by and see the motherfucker. But like, yeah.
In case there's anybody new that hasn't heard the story.
Underdog Records, our local stores, closing down. And it's sad, and we've been there forever.
I was going to say, that's where we met.
Oh, that's right. That's where we met. That's right.
If it wasn't for Underdog, the Zonk Man would have never...
That's exactly right. In
come
addition
across
to
Mikey
all
Bananas and Grown Man Record Night.
all the great recommendations and conversations and shit, that's literally where we met. So
That when I was there digging, because I went Thursday, and that's kind of like we were kind of talking because it was actually kind of busy. People were coming in and out. A lot of people were coming. Longtime customers talking to them, asking them questions, saying bye, good luck to you, all that stuff. But then we were talking about like music we had talked about and stuff like that. And he's like, "Do you remember?" And he was like playing something. He's like, "We talked about this, blah blah blah," And I said, that everything kind of has this underdog story.
yeah, sure.
So I was like, "I met Mike here," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I kind of forgot about that."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, really kind of screw the records." Which I mean, that's what brings everybody together.
Sure.
But all the people stories about
Sure.
us meeting.
Oh, yeah.
There was somebody else that showed up later on in the day, and I was like, "This is an underdog story too. We met in the line for record store day right
Yeah.
outside the shop."
Yeah. I'd
So
like
there's
to,
all kinds of stories like that.
I'd like to take him. So I'd like to give him a present or something.
That's what I felt like too.
I don't know.
went to-
Not a record because that was that's but like
I mean, it depends if it was something he wants.
Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of tough to figure out unless he's got a want list or something.
I've done a new release to him before.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But like just something. I don't know. May have to look into that.
Yeah, take him something.
But yeah, I'm running out of time though.
Yes, just whatever comes to
8
mind.
by 10
Don't
pictures of
overthink
Zonk's dork.
it. Oh my god.
Take him a PlayStation? Jesus Christ, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Jesus. I just said I spent $30K on my house. You guys want from me blood?
So I'm gonna be kind of long with this dig, I guess.
Okay.
Because I had originally like the 10 inches. I was seeing if I could do a set, but we just never did like come around. And that would have been the only reason for to have like played these was to be records got it
Yeah, sure.
at Underdog.
And I'll probably do like if you want to come up with something, you can start thinking on it now because I think what's his last day is March 1st.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday,
Right,
So,
so
like
the 28th is going to be
so next
the
week
show.
that'd be next week, right?
Yeah.
So next Friday, I'm going to plan on a underdog set.
Okay.
So if you want to start thinking on that, we can maybe combine shit and
I know one thing right off the get, but anyway.
yeah,
We won't talk about that.
sure.
But it's something
Give him a really nice pen. Pen S.
something Zonk Man and Mikey Bananas related specifically to that.
Okay.
But no, we're just well. I'll throw these. So the Mike kind of already told about these 45s, 10 for $1.
10 for $1, folks.
That's a dime each. Yeah, you had to really, there was some stuff that's warped. I don't think there was any cracked ones in there.
But I mean,
still, yeah.
10 for $1, and we're not talking about the new Christian minstrels.
There was probably about 50 to 60 Jim Reeves records.
Okay.
That you had to go through.
But in the middle of that, you've got fucking Time of the Season from the Zombies.
Yeah.
For a dime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A dime. Oh, is it all scratched up and shit?
Yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little snappy crackle pop, but I've already played it. Both sides play through. No skips or loops.
That's insane.
We'll just keep rolling.
Sure.
Def Leppard.
I don't have any Def Leppard 45s, I don't think.
You know what? With
Rock of Ages, maybe I have Rock of Ages. I may have Rock of Ages.
Mrs. Zonk, man, is a huge Def Leppard fan.
I love Def Leppard. What's the B-side? What's it say?
Billy's Got a
Billy
Gun.
Got His Gun. Okay.
Which was also both off of Pyromania.
Cool.
Now, you were familiar with this. I was not familiar with this band.
Yeah, Buddha Records, the 1910 Fruit Gun Company.
Yep. Simon Says.
I can't hold this up the right. I may have this 45 as well.
I know you've got the LP up there.
I've got the LP. I can't hold this up the right way.
It doesn't matter.
Which is like bubblegummy psych pop.
Bubblegum pop.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
It's Psyche. It's like another Buddha record.
Another Buddha.
Is that another from the
Another,
same?
yep, 1910 Fruit Gum Company. 1, 2, 3 Red Light and Sticky Sticky.
That's definitely on mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what the LP's called, 1, 2, 3 Red Light. This one, that Sticky Sticky, they're literally like Sticky Sticky, and that's all they sing the whole time.
Yeah.
A little Star Wars theme action on CTI.
Star Wars theme. Who knows about this? A Star Wars theme on CTI, and what's this guy's name?
David Matthews. It doesn't say John Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, John Williams' composition, but it's this guy's arrangement,
Right.
I guess. But never seen that before. I don't know about that.
This, you weren't familiar with this a little.
Those bubblegum Buddha 45s always had wacky B-sides. Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of how those guys are in general.
Zagger and Evans in the year 2525.
Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know this at all.
Man, we should play it.
Sure. That's before the band joined him to make the Dave Matthews Band.
Oh.
That Star Wars cover slaps. What up, Scally? He says that Star Wars cover slaps.
Okay.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Gotta have. I'm sure we'd have some Star Wars geeks out there.
Sure.
Actually, we didn't.
What up, Dave?
I don't think you showed the B side on that.
Zagner and Evans are from my home state, Dave says.
Yes, Nebraska. No, Wyoming. It says Wyoming, Dave.
I wasn't gonna say it in so many words, but sure. I feel like Jay's back. That's Jesus.
Right. The geography is questionable. Battle of the Green Berets.
Fun story about this. Back when I was in like middle school, I was eat up of like oldies radio station around here, and I would call and request this and dedicate it to the Green Berets at Fort Bragg.
Okay.
Like 12-year-old kid. I'd like to dedicate this to Green Berets at Fort Bragg. I did it like multiple times. What's the B-side?
Letter from Vietnam.
Letters from Vietnam. That is, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Sad.
Yes.
Because so many didn't come back.
Looney Tune, Alice Cooper.
Nice. A little Looney Tune from Alice Cooper. 10 cents. I mean, what are we saying here? What's the other side of this one? Elected.
Yeah. And that would kind of go. He says, I want to be elected. I don't think that's
You
kind
know,
of
I was talking
not
about
to
this.
talk about politics, but
Sure,
this stuff is relevant today. In the year 2525 is relevant today.
sure. I was thinking about, we talked about a couple weeks ago. I've got an opportunity to go see Alice Cooper, like in a theater, that I can probably get free tickets for. And
That's why I got that 10-cent 45 was just to bring that up again on air. Because
I'm thinking I should do that. You think I should do it?
Yeah, I think you should. Of course. God, this is cool, I thought, to find on 45. A little Funkadelic.
Oh God, yeah.
What is it?
One Nation Under a Groove. I've got this album,
Yeah, and I
part
didn't-
1 and part 2.
Yep.
Dude, 10 cents, folks. Cooper still puts on a great show. He doesn't do an altar call, does he? Isn't he like super Christian now or some shit? Isn't Alice Cooper like a super Christian now?
I don't know
Or am I
about that
bullshitting?
specifically.
Maybe I'm making that up.
I wouldn't know either way. How about some Quiet Riot? Come on, feel the noise.
You know, funny story. Wow. I don't have this. But
I've got the LP too.
I've got the LP. But next month, I'm supposed to be shooting a commercial with what's his
No,
name?
that's Dee Snider's Twisted
Oh yeah,
Sister.
Twisted Sister. Quite right.
That's all right. Hey,
I got him mistaken.
do you know? Hey, no. When I was playing this at the house, when the intro started, I was hollering at the wife, "We're not gonna take it,"
Yeah.
because it's kind of like the same vibe.
Yeah,
you know.
I completely got this completely confused. Wow.
So yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, that's normal.
Nothing Christian about his show. Still does the beheading and all that. Well, that's very Christian. Are you kidding me? You ever heard of the Crusades, Aaron? Jesus.
And this is the last of the 45s. I'm telling you, I got a bunch of stuff we're gonna drag.
Okay, no, you're good.
The Doors, Light My Fire. I'm a
Brother.
huge Doors fan. So I know maybe not the favorite of a lot of people
Wow.
out there. But the don't.
That's
come on,
Aaron. That's
man,
Aaron, the
Diggs.
Metal Theologian's favorite band of all time.
Yeah, I know you're saying that sarcastically.
Yeah, he fucking hates them. I don't know what he hates more, the Doors or Dire Straits.
Doors or Dire Straits.
Crystal
Maybe
Ship.
maybe it's a D related thing.
I love.
Maybe you got D's in some class in school.
I don't know if I have any Doors 7-inches at all.
Dude, this is my first one ever.
Really?
I've got a 12-inch.
You should mount it. Get a little picture and put it up in a something. I don't know.
But come on, baby, light my fire. All right. So now we're gonna do this was even before you need another beer.
I mean, sure. but,
Yeah.
you know.
We're still digging, man.
grab yourself one.
Hey there, poser. I wish you were a beer.
I wish you were a beer. Thank you, dude.
Okay, yeah. So this was actually before.
Zonk loves the D. Holy shit. Don't want the D though.
This was before Jonathan announced that Underdog was closing.
Uh-huh.
Because now he's doing like 50-cent dollar records. So I did pay $1 for these records, but still super, super crazy.
The best dollar store shit ever.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just start rolling them. $1. Andreas Wallenwerda.
Okay, I just said it's the best dollar section ever, and then you pull this out. What the fuck are you doing, man? This guy.
Dude,
right
this
here.
is fits into like what you would call like new age in the 80s,
Okay.
and then kind of some of the
I see a
instrumental. Right, he's got a harp and some
I do
stuff
like a
that.
harp. I like a harp.
This is my Ron Beaudry Rock and Ron story.
Oh, is that right?
He actually showed this. He was talking about cheap hi-fi records.
Oh, like audiophile quality?
yeah,
kind of
like
stuff?
audiophile, because this is actually 45 RPM.
Oh, wow.
And it's only a few songs.
That's cool.
And it was in the dollar bin.
Huh.
So he did specific, and he said this album wasn't so great, but he talked about the other albums of this guy.
That fucking guy. Bill says that fucking guy. That's funny. Now, I do love, like, if I can pick up a... that's something like nowadays, I don't know if I have to weigh that, do I have space in my collection? But I do love, like a really great sounding record that's not notoriously, but known to be a great sounding record, but it may not be in a genre that I would normally like listen to.
Right.
But I would buy it just because I've heard this just like will blow your mind, like sound quality wise.
Right.
You know.
No, that actually, yeah, that as far as that artist, I've got several of his records.
Hey, sayonara, man. Thanks for checking us out, brother. Definitely
Yeah, that's
appreciate
the
it.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
man.
fucking awesome, man. Really awesome.
Peace.
Really appreciate you stopping by and checking us out and dropping the follow over on Twitch. That means a lot, man.
Hope to
Appreciate
see
it.
you again soon.
Absolutely.
Boom, you like a little 10 years after?
Surely. Oh, this is what
Alvin
I don't have. I got
Lee.
a bunch of them, man, but I don't have this one.
Alvin Lee and I don't even know the other guy's name, Mylon Lefevre. Some of the stuff went
Brett
on-
Favre.
Yeah. Before he was the quarterback for the Green Bay
That's right.
Fudge Packers.
Huh.
There was a few things, of course, on the Road to Freedom or whatever is a really good rockin' tune. Some of the stuff went on side one, kind of felt more into like country rock,
Yeah.
and then it got back into the
Is this a
bluesy.
repress?
No.
No? Feel that it's got like a repress feel to that.
It's
like
I forget if it is a gatefold,
yeah, it's not the cardstock of that's like pretty impressive.
but I can't remember if for it to be Columbia,
Columbia?
it wasn't no like limp Dynagroove RCA from that era, early 70s.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But so yeah, okay, we're gonna keep rolling it. I promise you, they get better. How about the Teacher's soundtrack? Are you familiar with this movie? With Nick Nolte?
Yeah. You just unlocked a memory.
There is somebody you don't like on the soundtrack, but there's
Okay.
other good songs on the soundtrack.
I'm seeing-
You see that on there?
I'm seeing the Motels, love that.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Night Rangers, ZZ Top, Joe Cocker, Shirley, Eric Martin and Friends, Freddie Mercury, damn.
As long as Nate Bouchard doesn't type it in the chat to play it later.
You can't.
Right.
You can't type it in chat.
Well, you can if you like leave stuff. Like Scotty knows how to write it in the chat without it getting. You're not even gonna say it. Come on, man.
Come on, feel that noise. How about that noise?
Okay.
Bob Seger.
He's
No, that's
number
pretty
one.
cool, though. That's a pretty fucking great compilation, though.
Are you familiar with that movie? I'm not. There's all kinds of people in it.
Man, I remember.
Judge Hirsch. Ralph
Yeah,
Macchio.
I remember this being on like HBO, but I don't remember anything about it.
So-
That album had 4 Billboard Hot 100 hits from it. Teachers.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
One on like Bob. Man, I don't want to get into a whole thing, but it's I don't know. I think it's the most generic rock and roll. I think
Sax Attack.
the saxophone solo on old time rock and roll is the low point in rock and roll music of all time. That's it triggers me to a point in my soul that I can't even really explain. And I understand other people like it, and people that I respect are like, "Oh, dude, you should hear the stuff recorded before all that." You know, I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I'm not there yet." Hey, look, I've come around on the Rolling Stones. I fucking love the Rolling
Right.
Stones. I used to hate them. Grateful Dead, used to hate them. 20 years ago, hated them. My most recent, I've turned a little bit of the corner on AC/DC. A little bit. I mean, I get it. If somebody puts on an AC/DC record, I'm not running out of the room and screaming and saying, you suck, you don't understand music.
Right.
No, I've always gotten it. And a lot of people they're baffled that I don't like AC/DC. Like, they're just completely baffled. Well, you like heavy rock and roll stuff. How do you not like AC/DC? And I'm like,
Right.
because it's like 4 fucking chords, for goddamn. ever, over and over again with the same fucking drum beat on every fuck. But I get it because Kiss the same way. Kiss is probably the greatest example because I goofed on Kiss more than fucking anybody. And now you get me a little liquored up on a Saturday night, and I'm like, yo, let's throw some fucking Kiss on.
Right.
I just feel like dancing in my kitchen a little bit right now. You know what I mean? So it's all cyclical. So I'm not gonna say I'll never listen to Bob Seger, but I'll never fucking listen to Bob Seger. Anyway, sorry. Not to infringe on anybody else's rights to do so and enjoy that, because people think a lot of the shit I listen to is weird and stupid too.
I enjoy the early Bob Seger.
Yeah. Have you ever heard there's a couple of 45s before Night Moves? This way. Yeah. That's what record collectors sound like.
This
we got
is
here?
Smith minus plus.
What the fuck is this?
Dude, this is kind of like a little bit of a funk R&B, and then I forget.
Interesting.
Some of it sounds kind of rocky and folky.
Did you just take a chance on this, or you? Knew
Yes,
this?
I did not. I was clueless.
Oh, that's cool.
And what's crazy is look
Great
at the
cover.
sticker past to his. So this was for sale somewhere when they only used the book.
Oh,
So
the
it says
book.
$10 to $15
Yeah.
range, page 649.
Oh God, the book! How many of you old school record collectors know about the fucking book? When you take a record up to the counter and the old motherfucker behind the counter pulls out the fucking book. You know, it's like that thick. Oh, King Crimson.
Right.
And you're like, oh fuck. This price is from fucking 9 years ago.
right.
Which nowadays
yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, bring that on.
Well, it depends. I mean, then I paid $1 and it said 10 to 15 when they pulled the book out.
Hate the book. Bill says they did a great version of Baby It's You on their first LP. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought like the first song on that was real good. I can't even remember what it was. You Don't Love Me.
What's up,
And
Zeke?
I know.
Zeke, what's up,
What's
baby?
up, Zeke?
Hate
Vegas.
the book. Yeah, the book is fucking AIDS. That's AIDS City right there.
This is some good, whatever, pop from the 60s. Little Paul
Okay.
Revere and the Raiders.
Oh, I love Paul Revere, man.
Revolution, this is probably not... This is a later record. I want to say it's like...
Yeah, I've got a
59,
few Paul Revere, and I've always really dug them, man. I picked them up pretty cheap. Yeah, I don't know this one. It's a nice get up they've got going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, look
They're
at these.
definitely dressing up.
What's going on around the sleeve area? Jesus Christ! I mean, that's aggressive as fuck right there. That's some aggressive sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm on board with that.
And I don't know, him or me, what's it going to be? That was the hit.
Yeah, Paul Revere is good garage rock. That's a great point, and it's one of those like back in the day I would have made, and I assume it's probably still the same, but like, you know, a lot of times when you're like, man, you realize like, man, like 60s garage rock, that shit's the fucking tits, right? You start looking it up, and it's one of those genres where there's like, there's tons of stuff that's like super expensive and rare and hard to find and blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Paul Revere, even though they were played on the radio and shit like that, you could pick those up for a fucking song, and they're fantastic records.
Right.
They're still great garagey rock and roll music. It's just because they were popular a little bit that people kind of poo-poo them a little bit.
Right.
But that's not, I mean,
And their get up, maybe.
fuck it. Yeah, and their sleeves. And their sleeves.
Here's another one. We're just going to keep rolling. James Gang, Straight Shooter, but I'm pretty sure this is after Joe Walsh is done.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's probably
I
like
don't think I have
72 or
this one.
73.
If I have this one, it doesn't have a cover.
So it's just blues, rocky type of deal.
Yeah, can't go wrong there, man. Love the James Gang. Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to say I may have this, but it's like in just like a plain white sleeve. I don't have a cover and shit for it. Maybe.
And shoot, why not some Hooligans?
Ooh.
Good comp.
Is this a reissue?
Super. Yeah. No. Look how beat up that thing is. It's 2 LPs.
2 LP. Okay. See, I think that's why I like these Blake sleeves. They make records feel like something.
Oh.
When they're all
I just recently got these.
when they're all loosey, the cleary ones, or I mean the milky ones.
Yeah.
And especially like on a 2 LP set, right? They're all kind of loosey goosey, and it just feels like nothing belongs. This fits like a fucking glove. So this
Right.
feels like a brand new record. That feels like a brand new record. It's thick. The cover's like tight on it. There's like no room to kind of wiggle. I like that. That's why I love a fucking Blake sleeve. I've never seen this in the wild ever.
Oh, really?
Never.
That's not something that I normally like. It wasn't
love-
even on the list to go
I
after.
fucking love
But
it,
shoot,
man.
for $1,
$1. Hell yeah.
and we'll do some more Who. How about Who by the Numbers?
Oh, one of my all-time favorites for the Who.
And nobody connected the dots either. on the
Nobody
cover.
touched it. I think on mine they started it.
Oh, okay.
On mine they started connecting them, but they didn't finish. That was $1 though,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. What am I saying?
That's insane. Great stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of my
Slip
favorite.
Kid and Squeeze Box. I guess that's the 2 hits off of this record.
What's your favorite Who?
Dude, I don't know. I am, which I did not. What's funny is I'm going to tell you I did not know the name of the song until, well, not today years old, but probably not that since I've been doing the vinyl records.
Yeah.
I finally, Babe O'Reilly. I used to always call it the Teenage Wasteland song.
Bob O'Reilly.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite Who song right there. And it's a big radio classic rocks.
But like
Staples.
album wise, like you think, like in general,
That's a good album too.
yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah.
It's got Behind Blue Eyes, the whatever 1,000 Miles song or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good album too. So I don't know that over if you really want to mess with the concept of Tommy or Quadrophenia.
I'm a big. I like Odds and Sods
Okay.
a lot. That's probably my favorite. If you want to go product placement, and then and that's what it's called.
I don't know.
Fuck. What am I saying? Am I stupid?
The Who Sell Out, where it shows them with the baked beans.
The Who Sell Out. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Product placement.
Yeah. I guess
Who's-
that's a big one for a lot of people too.
Yeah, the Who Sell Out and Odds and Sods are my 2 favorite.
Okay.
Why did I say product placement? What album is that? What,
I have no idea.
some band did product placement. I immediately transposed those two.
And this is the last.
Listened to Live at Leeds about 3 times last week. Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what? I have that, and I probably would grab that the least. A lot of people make a big
Really?
deal out of that for a live album.
I don't have that. I don't have that Live at Leeds.
This was probably a kick-ass dollar bin find. Some Brownsville Station. Yeah. Which all of you should know from Molly Crew's version of Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not. You know, I never knew any Brownsville Station
6-6
before I knew
Sputnik?
that.
Wow.
Now, where's Metal Theologian? Is he sitting there with Grown Man Record Night going on and then listening to music?
Of course he is.
This
that-
is the one.
Is that Rick Moranis in the middle? Jesus Christ.
Really? I don't know. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Wait. Do you mean now? Like, this is a serious question. Serious question. Is it Rick Moranis or Peter Scolari? Honestly, I'm more of a Peter Scolari guy because I'm a big Bosom Buddies fan. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid. My parents were worried about me that I wanted to dress up like a woman. It's okay. That was a good show.
Every young boy goes through that, don't they? They put their mama's clothes on. Maybe not to the extent of Stike go. I'm not done. One more thing.
Okay.
You were
No,
just putting it up
no.
there. This is like I was. Hey, Metal Theologian, where you at? This is the
Noisy
record.
Beast, what's up, man? Who's next is the best too? Sure.
Okay. This is the record that I watched Thursday on a Metal Theologian video.
Oh,
Went to the record store and bam, there it was.
no way.
Starfighters. Where you at, MT?
Wow.
But it was just.
How often does that happen?
I know. I'm talking about planets aligning. The universe was at one completely and utterly. And
I've heard he's actually had records carried over to the local post office via mule in like Croatia. The records have been in like the saddlebags of like mules in Croatia. They make their way to the post office. They get sent to him via the mail. That's how obscure kind of shit this guy gets.
right.
Yeah.
Now, this is a band, 1981, and they have the AC/DC sound. And he says, hey, maybe you don't like the vocals. The vocals are different. But, so I even had Jonathan play it. Jonathan said something about it. So I said, hey, you want to play it before I buy it? Because especially at that price, too, I was going to get that. That was not a $1 record, but it wasn't much more.
Wow.
And that's Dig of the Week.
That's great.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
That's fantastic. I think I just lost a tooth.
That was your snooze, wasn't it? Or your sin.
Nope, don't spit that out. That was Tooth City. Great hauls on, yeah. That's fantastic stuff.
I mean, it was
Wow.
like two different times, so I was kind of
Sure.
like mixing
Sure.
two gigs. But
That's something else. We should take a quick commercial break. Come back with a soda speak and chip chat. I think I got a soda sitting in here chilling that we're gonna dig into. That like on paper. On paper, this sounds like a no-brainer.
right.
No way this is bad, right? I don't know. And then like for chips, I felt like we should dig into the fucking Jackson stash and pull something we've not done. I'll trust you to maybe find us something we've
Oh,
not
okay.
done.
Yeah.
If you want
So
to, and we can
definitely be
figure it out.
exciting on that.
Sure. Let's find. All right. Twoism. We'll be right back with more here on a live edition of Grown Man Record Night. On yahoo.com/internet.
Grown Man Record Night will be back in a minute. Stick around.
Hi, I'm Jerry Baker, and I'd like to introduce you to the Garden Weasel. It's a revolutionary new 5-in-1 tool that makes gardening fun and easy. The Garden Weasel's 3 rotary blades mesh with a scissor action to break up topsoil, and they uproot young weeds before they get a start, then mixes the weeds and the leaves into soil, and that's a mulch, and that's beneficial to your garden. The weasel cultivates to a uniform 2-inch depth, protecting your plant's roots. Now, you remove the center blade for cultivating around seedling rows and young bedding plants and vegetables. Use one blade for those hard-to-reach areas. Insert the short handle, and the weasel is perfect for plant boxes and greenhouses. The Garden Weasel is made of a rust-free alloy and is virtually self-cleaning. You simply hose it off and allow it to dry. If you have a friend who's into gardening like I am, the Garden Weasel makes a perfect gift. Look for this display.
Garden Weasel is a multi-purpose tool that makes gardening easier and more fun. At Walgreens, Osco, Tecovin, and Rabbity Drugs, a perfect gift for any friend who's into gardening.
Problem page. I've got problem perspiration. The hotter it gets, the wetter I get. I spend all summer bathing in perspiration.
Dear dripping wet, take my advice and use Mitchum. It's one product specially made for problem perspiration. You'll be surprised how effective it is.
Dear problem page, Mitchum's changed my life. I can't believe it. I'm a new person.
Mitchum, for problem perspiration.
Raw power. Your bike can have the cycle sound with raw power. It fits on most handlebars and makes the sound of raw power. Raw power, the motorcycle sound from Ideal.
All right, holy shit, we're back. How did that start?
We're back.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we should probably just jump right into. We're over the 2 hour mark. We should probably just jump into a soda speak.
Yep.
Soda speak. Boom. All right. Oh yeah. Scotty said, "Did you see the Uncle Wes photo? He got some Jacksons. Did you post that to the Discord?"
No, I didn't.
Oh shit. Scotty saw it. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did see that earlier, Scotty.
I didn't know how to.
I think Scotty's fucking your uncle. I don't know how to tell you. There's something going on there. There's something going on. Oh, Uncle was mentioned in the chat earlier.
Okay, give me a second then. Well, I mean, yeah, we can do.
Scotty's stalking your uncle. It's kind of weird.
It's gonna take me a second to screw this up.
See how them Yankees are, though, dude. Them Yankees.
I thought we just had to worry about our wives.
No, those Yankees would be going after your fucking uncles and shit. It's fucking weird. It's weird business.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. All right, let's download it. Let's go Discord.
But yeah, so last week, what did we do? The Ollie Pop. Last week we did a cherry Ollie Pop that was, I'll say, less than satisfying. Less than satisfying. It was terrible.
I was trying to find my way around it, but yes.
Yeah, it was terrible. Oh, fuck.
Slam it down. I'll just throw my phone out, too. Sorry, that was me posting on the Discord, the picture.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if you wanted to show. We could show,
Oh,
too.
sure. Okay. You say. Boom. Come over here. Boom.
Shout out to Uncle Wes.
Yeah, shouts to Uncle
Being
Wes.
influenced by getting some Jackson's chips.
Love it. Love it.
He said, thanks to Chip Chat, I had to get these from the grocery store.
Oh, yeah, look at this young man
Bam.
right here. Look at this young man. Fucking doing the real shit right here.
And I was trying to give him shit earlier, too, because his favorite chip is an Utz Carolina barbecue in the Carolina blue bag.
Yeah, it's a great chip.
So I was asking him if this trumps that. He said he'd have to get some more Utz to compare.
You know, I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about this. That's a great Carolina barbecue chip for a company that's out of Pennsylvania.
Right.
And then some other chip, I can't remember where they were from, said Carolina barbecue. And I tasted one chip and I was like, nope. And I immediately called him and said, you're full of shit. This is not Carolina. And they were out of like Raleigh.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, dude, you have lost your fucking mind. This tastes nothing like anything to do with Carolina barbecue.
Was it Eastern Carolina barbecue? Because that's a little different than like Lexington.
Still, it was
barbecue.
nothing. It was nothing. It wasn't even in the fucking ballpark. It pissed me off. It pissed me off. Speaking of which, I accidentally opened it. I thought it was a beer, so I just opened it.
Yeah, just open it.
So we did the Olipop cherry soda, which tasted like Asshole City last week. Today I found one. It's kind of the same ilk. A fresh taste on take on soda. Evolution, real fruit soda, strawberry vanilla.
It says actually squeezed fruit.
5 grams of sugar. It's got the prebiotics with real squeezed fruit, USDA organic. I mean, well, it says gently or softly swirl before sipping. What the fuck? Softly swirl? I guess to stir the fucking horse up in there. I'm soft. It's soft. It's got some glug to it. There's some glug going on here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's see what this is about. The Evolution Real Fruit Soda, Strawberry Vanilla. Cheers.
Strawberry vanilla. Cheers. Say you want an evolution.
Oh, yeah. Initial thought, right off the rip, the first half of the sip is unlike anything. It's fantastic. The back half, as you're swallowing it, I feel like I'm swallowing cleaner.
Well, I mean, I taste the strawberry and I taste the vanilla.
Yeah.
And it's bubbly in there.
Yeah, it's good. And then, like, on the very back end, it tastes like chemicals or something. It's like something weird. It's not bad. I say that it's very pejorative, but it's...
That's the light strawberry
Yeah.
ness in what's left in the cola.
This is... Okay, I'll just give you what it says here. What makes our take on soda so fresh? Real organic fruit juice, never from concentrate, and 0 added sugar, which is why I think that's the back end that, like, you know, we'll call it the bug spray feeling because it almost tastes like bug spray, but almost in a good way. That sounds, there's no way I can quantify that, but it tastes like bug spray, but it's not that bad.
Isn't it a little perfumey maybe? Like
Perfumey. Yep. Parfum de cour. Like the, yeah. But as soon as it hits your lips and you're getting ready to drink it, it's like the most strawberry vanilla thing you could ever have in your fucking life. And then as you're swallowing it, you're like, oh, is that Raid? Yeah. So it's hard to really give a good... I'll finish it off here.
I think you can kind of tell because it's not just crisp and clear.
That was good. That swallow was good.
That swallow was good.
And I'll tell you, you know, we're also talking 5 grams of sugar. You're talking prebiotics, real squeezed fruit. And I respect the fuck out of any company that's doing like real shit like this. And it's not like, oh, it's 75 grams of sugar.
Right.
Isn't this good? Well, fuck yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you could sugar a turd and
you can roll up a pancake and shove it in my urethra and it's going to be good. Speaking of Saturday, never mind. But yeah, that's good. It's a good soda. It does have a weird. If you're used to drinking a normal, like regular guy soda, there's a little something on the back end,
right?
But I don't not like that. Now it's $2 a can, so take that for what it is.
So it's like the other two.
Yeah,
expensive.
Yeah, but you're getting
bougie soda.
It's a bougie soda, but I will say you are getting some health benefits there. So sure, eating healthy costs a little more money. It does.
Aaron Griffin says the probiotics or semen.
Sure.
Maybe that's why it was cloudy. Okay, yeah. Chip chat.
Are you making a joke, Aaron, or nay? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's enabling.
Maybe she just got wrangled.
So look,
I'm seeing you with both eyes.
there was one time I was going down on my grandmother, and I tasted horse semen, and I thought, oh my God, is this how she died?
Jay's looking over this. He's still here.
Sure.
Potato chips, how my mouth does do. Potato chips, how my mouth does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying.
Those are thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso. Ah!
Sting City. Boom. Sting City. So what do we look? We gotta our fucking pals, our absolute just homies.
We're part of the Jackson's family now.
Absolutely, we are. Jackson's Chip Company, who, if you guys missed the last couple of shows, let me tell you something, left a nice message for these folks. Like we do sometimes when we enjoy a chip, we'll leave a positive message.
Yeah.
Nice young lady from Jackson's called me back, sent 2 huge boxes of potato chips here to the studio with a nice handwritten note with little stickers. And there were stickers inside with coupons, but the actual envelope had stickers and stuff on it. Hand addressed to like Mr. Bananas. Like, it was next level.
Mrs. Zonkman is very, very jealous of that. She's like, we didn't get any stickers in our box.
I mean, I was very impressed. I've never been more, I don't think I've ever been this impressed from a chip company in my life. So I'm, from this Jackson's Chip Company to the absolute moon from this point forward, which I think we've pretty much established.
Right.
So out of the box that we picked up last week from these guys, Zonkman went and picked up and they don't do seed oils. This is an avocado oil, and it's a sea salt and vinegar. Let me read. It's if there's anything different on the back. I don't. Maybe it's the same of stuff. The same of stuff that we've read.
It might be.
Could be the same of stuff. Never say never. We don't use that phrase around here since the very beginning, and long before it was trendy or cool. Jackson's has never used seed oils to make our award-winning snacks. Boom. Just get it right out there in front. When our son Jackson developed a rare autoimmune disorder. Oh, I didn't realize this. This is where the name came from? Dude, I'm losing my voice.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, we're in the chip chat. When our son Jackson developed a rare autoimmune disorder and required a special an anti-inflammatory diet, we turned to avocado oil and started making some of his favorite snacks right in our kitchen with this heroic elixir. And guess what? They tasted better than ever. True. That's big facts. Big facts. Friends and family soon caught on, and the rest, as they say, is history. From a simple home kitchen to an appearance on Shark Tank. This is a Shark Tank brand, by the way. To the buildings of a world-class manufacturing facility, we are on a mission to make the best snacks out there, and they're always cooked in avocado oil. Megan and Scott Reamer, Jackson's founders.
Thank you.
Looky there now. And this is the ingredient list for this: potatoes, avocado oil, sea salt and vinegar seasoning. It's got some maltodextrin, sea salt, distilled vinegar, sugar, apple cider vinegar, citric acid, yeast extract. That's it. It's got a look. The only thing I don't want to say sketchy. The only thing pseudo in there is the maltodextrin, which is a equivalent of like a corn syrup powder.
It's to get it to stick to the chip or something?
It makes it taste good.
Oh.
Maltodextrin is a, yeah. Anyway. It's a great ingredient list.
Right. Way smaller than your Lay's or anything
sure.
else. Yeah.
And the oil. I'll tell you what I love right off the rip on these. This is a sea salt and vinegar.
Yes.
And I'm a big salt and vinegar chip guy. As much as I love them, salt and vinegar also comes with its perils. The perils being, it'll eat the fucking inside of your mouth just right off of your fucking face. You end up with like sores in your mouth from sitting down with some Lay's and a couple of cold beers. This is not the situation here. You get that flavor, it's nowhere near as pronounced and like overbearing like a Lay's chip. Like Lay's salt and vinegar, I swear to God, would peel paint. That shit's abrasive.
It tastes like a douche. These is very mild and smooth.
The potato, the avocado oil, and the potato come through first and foremost. The vinegar is back 40.
Right.
But I love that. Because in theory, I'm a more is better guy. But those over the top salt and vinegars, if you eat more than like what we just ate right there, like if you're drunk and you sit there and kill this whole bag, your mouth is going to be in absolute shambles tomorrow morning.
Right.
You're gonna wake up at 3:30 in the morning, dying for thirst. You're gonna be drinking water out of the fucking bathroom sink. You're gonna wake up the next morning. Your breath is gonna smell like absolute asshole because of all of that, like too much of everything.
Right.
Again, if you eat 4 or 5 chips with a little sandwich, like some little middle school girl does, sure, you're fine. But let's be honest. We're all idiots and assholes here, and we're going to eat the majority of this bag at a time. That's what we do. This would be a much, much, much better option for that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Than those overpowering, and I don't want to just pick on Lay's here because of the big dog. Lots of those big brand salt and vinegars are just like that. Too much of everything. Again, which is great if you're eating fucking 6 chips. If you're eating fucking 106 chips, not so much.
Right.
But yeah. Are they a cut your mouth type of chip? Absolutely not. No way. No way, shape, or form. And it is a kettle chip.
Right, which is usually a little rougher.
But not, I will say, these are, these kettle chips, while they're not, I mean, they don't just break when you tap them. They also don't break your teeth out either.
Right.
So that's important because we're older gentlemen.
Sorry, Tink. Carl's not here. You're not going to get a bunch of chips off the floor today.
Correct.
No, we didn't see Carl tonight.
And if I drop them, I'm going to eat them off the floor.
Right. Which Carl did.
I've eaten so much shit out of a dumpster.
Which that's why the lady thought to send you chips because Carl had dumped the bag on the floor.
Yeah. It happens.
She's back.
Carl said, dude, don't you ever give me an edible before we go live again. All right. Well, fuck. I don't know that we're going to go back over to Twitch and watch some record albums.
We're going to watch them spin around.
We're going to look at them.
And listen.
We're going to look at them. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks for Jay and Zonkman for dropping by. Thanks for Jackson for sending the chips as well. And thanks to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. I don't want to talk anymore.